Hey y'all, so I'm about to do a little get ready with me. Y'all, I am supposed to meet my homegirl for some lunch soon. I need to get my life together. Woo, I am hot in this house. Y'all, I got this thick robe on, right? Thank God I got on the AC, but I need a thin, cute little silky smooth robe. I had one and I don't know where it is. So this just gonna have to do for now. But if you're new to my channel, my name is Kayla Taylor. I'm so happy to have you here. Today we are going to be talking about how I met my husband and just give y'all some encouragement for this life. If you are trying to find your match, you have come to the right video. And I'm just excited to kind of share how we met, all that jazz today while I'm getting ready. So before I dive in to talk about how we met, I just want to kind of talk about the space that I was in when I first met my husband. I was fresh out of breakup. There was a year where I was celibate before the previous relationship, before my husband as well. That is where I really spent a lot of time just figuring out what I needed for myself. My relationship with God got a lot stronger then, and it was just so amazing. And then I met this guy that really kind of set me back. I just felt like, where is this going? Like, where are we going with this? You know, I felt like he was kind of like complacent, and like he just wanted to like smoke all day, and like I'm like, oh, that is not my jam. You know, and no offense to the smokers out there, but like, it just felt like he was depending on it. And I'm like, no, thank you. You know, I just like people who are very like ambitious and like to do things with their lives versus just kind of sitting around all day and doing absolutely nothing. So, broke up with him, was living my best life, okay? Best life, yeah. And listen, when I tell you 2020 was the worst, best year of our lives, or at least for some of us. At least for some of us. Let me take that back, because we had a lot of losses during 2020. So let me take that back. But for me, it felt like the best and worst year. I was furloughed from my job, but I was living my best life. Okay, those checks. Y'all know them checks. What was it, an extra $600 or something we was getting? Honey, give me the money, okay? When I have to do nothing. So I was living my life. I was kicking it with my friends in the house, even though we should have been quarantined. But, you know, we wasn't sick, so we was just like, why do we need to not be around each other? So I really was in a space where I was really just open to whatever. Like, I was not looking, because I felt like every time I looked, like when I graduated from college is when I had like the worst breakup of my life. Really thought that that was gonna be my person. So I was like bent up about that for years, right? And I just felt like every time I tried to meet someone, or I tried to make something work, or I liked someone more than they like me, which happens to the best of us, it wasn't gonna work out, because I'm like, if I like you more, honey, this is not gonna work out, you know? So then I just kind of let God do his thing, because I was just like, every time I do something, it's wrong. It just never works out for the greater good, ever. So 2020, your girls was on the apps. All right, we was on the apps. The apps was happening. Okay, let's talk about it. Everybody and their grandpa was on there, literally. So I was on there, and I ended up swiping on my husband. And I'm even be honest with you, I did not like Bumble, because I'm like, why do I gotta say something to him? Why do I need to say something to him? He needs to talk to me. Hello? And so I reached out. I was like, whatever. I think he's cute. I like his vibe. He loves God. Let's go. We've made it, you know? But I was also like dating someone else, right? Like, I already had you know, a roster going. I don't care what you all have to say about that, girl. I don't care. I don't care. I had a roster. Okay? Okay. Y'all can fill in the blanks. Issa Rae, we were in rotation. But you know the real word that I want to say, okay? And it was good for me because I'm like, okay, I've had my celibacy journey. I got rid of this horrible man. I know what I want. And I'm just having fun. Because I'm like, I'm not taking life serious right now because I feel like the moment that I like start and put my eggs in one basket, it goes left. What is happening here, y'all? I got this hair. Anyway, so I'm gonna say that my husband was very consistent. So I was like, okay, this is cute. Like, that's cute, you know? But like, I guess I just wasn't in the space really. I wasn't even thinking about like marriage 100%. Like, I was thinking about it. Like, I knew I wanted to be married, but I wasn't breaking my neck, okay? I just wasn't. I was kind of in a space where I was like, this might not happen for me. I'm just being honest. So, Lawrence and I literally talked every day. Okay, I'm exaggerating. Maybe every other day. But we would talk on the phone too. And I was just like, oh, that's cute because I love talking on the phone. We FaceTime. Like, that's my jam. Because I'm like, I need to get to know you. And it's in the midst of COVID. So, you know. But anyway, I took a risk and I went to the Juneteenth block party here. So ghetto. But I had to go, okay? And he happened to be there. And he like grabbed my arm and I was trying to play hard to get because I was like, it's a couple other, you know what I'm saying, that's in the building, right? I can't put all my eggs here, you know? So I tried to play hard to get and he was just like, oh, you gonna act like you didn't see me? And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, oh my God, he's really cute, like in person. Okay. So from there, we ended up going on our first date, y'all. Listen, we had the cutest day. We went to the park. We went to like this sports bar or something like that. And I think we went to another place. But let me tell you the real tea. This man came already like lit. Like, he came very, very, very loose, if you catch my drift. And I was so mad. Like, it wasn't to the point where it was just like he was like slurring his words. It was more of like, I can tell you've had a little. But he was so shy. Like, y'all, he was so shy on our date. I just felt like he was like nervous and like he had like ordered a drink when we got to the park. And like, I got like a little bit, but I don't have like any problem just talking to anybody, like, you know, sober or not. So I was looking at him like, are you okay? Do we need to go to the emergency? Like, I'm concerned. I was so mad, y'all. I was so mad because it was a good day, but I'm like, I can't with you right now. You know, as the night went on, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this man. Like, for real, for real. I liked you. Now I don't know if I like you. So he like was all toe up and then he ended up going home, y'all. We talked the next day. And after our conversation, I was just already done. Cause I was like, I don't want nobody that's drinking and like turn off. Turned me off, girl. Is it say? Like, I don't know, but somebody recommended this and I'm about to just go for it. Okay, so he apologized and I accepted and I moved on. I literally moved on because I was just like, you're annoying. And like weeks later, y'all, I am so scared to do this. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm actually terrified. So I'm just going to do one on this side and one on this side. Keep in mind, I have very sensitive skin. So we're going to see what happens. Praying for favor. So I had mentally like moved on. 2-3 weeks later, y'all, this man comes back around. I'm like, what do you want? I've already got rid of you. I thought we were done. You know, I really just was not expecting him to even like come back, to be honest. So he comes back and I'm like open only because I'm like, I want to hear you out and I know that people make mistakes. And he made it, that's pretty. I feel like it's super bright right now. It's almost like too much. Anyway, so I think it was really nice how he explained, like he was really nervous. He told me he had social anxiety. I said, what? Why didn't you tell me that? Why didn't you tell me that? Because I have friends like that. And I'm like, I know how overwhelming certain situations are, you know? So I just kind of wish he would have been more open about that. But he was like, I get really nervous, social anxiety, I've always had it. And that's kind of how I get over my nerves is drinking. And I was like, oh, you ain't got to do that with me. No, thank you. Right? So it was so nice because I knew he wasn't like a real drinker. Like he didn't drink every day at all. So I was like, oh, that was just that night. Cool. So we started kicking it. I was like, let me kind of feel him out a little bit more because I've seen a lot that night. I'm like, let's see who you really are, right? And he was like nothing like what I saw. He was like amazing. Truly a man of God. Like, y'all, he literally would do anything for me. And I'm like, I haven't had that, you know? Like, just thinking about past relationships, and he never wanted me to change. He never made me feel like I wasn't good enough, or I don't know. And then like I finally met his family and they embraced me fully. They didn't make me feel like I was less than. I mean, the stars were aligning. Mind you, I wasn't even in the space to like be in a relationship, you know? I was just like, oh, this is for real. No, but it really was serious. And we started hanging out all the time. And it wasn't just us like, doing the do, right? Like we was actually getting to know each other. So I was like, oh, I can see myself possibly being in a relationship, possibly marrying him if God tells me to. And so we met in 2020. We started dating officially maybe like 6-7 months later. He proposed 2022. We got married September 2023. And our 1 year is coming up in September this year. So it's just very interesting to me that we met on a dating app, because I know a lot of girls are like very against dating apps. Guys are too. They're just like, there's some creeps on there, because there are some creeps on there. But Bumble to me was very different than any other dating app I've ever used. I'm just being honest. Like, I thought Hinge was cute, but it was still some little play on there. I feel like Bumble people are just a little bit more serious to me. And correct me if I'm wrong. If the girls, if y'all are watching this right now and y'all feel like Bumble people be playing, you let me know. You let me know. But I felt like the real ones was on Bumble. From experience, not just with my husband, just with experience, right? So I would tap into that. But I think the most organic thing, which is a blessing now that we're not in the midst of COVID, is meeting people in person. And advice for y'all who have single friends, hello, if you are in a relationship, married, and your husband has male friends who are also single, you might want to organize something. You know, I throw parties all the time. I try to get people together all the time because why not? My homegirl's trying to get married, so what can I do to help, right? But I ain't just gonna match them with anybody, okay? Because I know there's a couple of his friends I'd be like, absolutely not. And I would tell them that. Heck, back up, But it's interesting because I feel like a lot of people in their 30s are struggling. We are struggling, right? Like, we're struggling with every little thing. And then, like, adding the dating life in, very ghetto. So, some advice for you all, if you are trying to find your person, I just want to encourage you all to really take some time to do some inner work if you have not done that already. Because once you figure out exactly what you want, it changes the game, right? Make a list. What do you want and what do you not want? And I'm not talking about no list like he got to be tall, dark, handsome. He got to have a, no. Like, I'm not. You can add those on there, but like, realistically, what can you deal with? Like, does he have to be a Christian or not? Hello. What is his political views? What's his credit score? What's his credit score? Like, those things matter. What is his financial situation? And can you deal with that? So just making sure that you know exactly what you want, making sure that you are 100% okay and sure of who you are, right? And I shouldn't say 100% because I still feel like everybody's got a little work. Like, me personally, I feel like I'm at a stiff like 82%, right? Of like being 100%. You really just want to make sure that you are good with who you are. Do you love you? Can you look in the mirror and be like, do I love this person? Because you're not going to be able to love somebody else, and you can't expect anybody else to love you when you don't love yourself. Take the time. If you need a therapist, go to a therapist. If you don't want to go to therapy, write it out. I think that therapy can come in different ways, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be speech. You don't have to talk in therapy, right? Like, you can write down how you're feeling, and that is just as good. And I think that's where that list comes in, to kind of figure out what do you want and what do you not want. Also, apps, okay? Get on them apps, preferably Bumble. This is not sponsored by Bumble, I'm gonna tell you that right now. But Bumble changed my life. Bumble brought the boys to the yard that were truly ready for marriage. Bumble brought the boys to the yard that was ready and willing to catch on. I would try Bumble. I am a firm believer that that is a safe space to find somebody. And if not, get out there, join clubs. Y'all seen all them running clubs in Dallas? I know y'all seen the video. My married self saw the video. I can see. Okay? And I saw what y'all saw. You get it. Okay? Now, I'm not necessarily saying you need to be working out to find a man. We need to be working out anyway. But if that's something that you love, do what you love and you will meet people there. Simple. If you love to dance, go somewhere where you can dance and meet other people that can dance. There's a lot of men out here swiveling hips, okay? Go to your nearest salsa night. They're there. Trust me. If you are a sports person, go to some games. Go to the sports games, okay? Now, lastly, for the girls that feel like they have to go out with their friends, stop it right now. Stop it. You don't always need to go out with your girlfriends if you're trying to find your person, okay? Because some dudes don't even want to come over and talk to you because you got 50 girls with you. That's stressful. I'm stressed thinking about it. I'm not going over there to talk to you. I ain't doing it. No, I'm not. So, I'm not saying you don't need to go out with your girlfriends, but it's okay to do some solo dates as long as it's safe, But going to public places, going to the bookstore, There used to be a lot of those ones in the bookstore, girls. Yes, they're there. Okay, coffee shops, they're there. Co-working spaces. If you work remote, co-working space, yeah, they're there. I just spit all over the place, but they're there. They're there. Okay, that Buffalo Wild Wings around the corner, they're probably there too. They love to eat. Go to the sports bars. Go get you some wings. Okay, you don't always need to go with 50 of your friends. Hello. But just make sure those spaces are safe. I used to do a lot of solo dates. I used to take myself to dinner. I would take myself to some safe bars. I would take myself to obviously coffee shops because I love coffee shops and bookstores and read for hours. And I would meet so many amazing people. I want to encourage you to do that, girl. Get out there. For you girls that never leave the house, the only person knocking on your door is the Amazon driver. FedEx. Yeah, I'm talking to you, girl. You, right there, sitting in your pajamas right now. Not finna leave the house. Only leave for work. No. Get out there. Get out there. Life is too short. Your husband is somewhere looking for you, girl. He can't find you in the house. Get out. Go on solo trips. I know that scares a lot of people. As long as it's safe and you being safe, take your butt out the country somewhere. I don't know what you need to do, but you gotta go. You gotta get out there. I'm telling you, because they're there. They're there. Get on the apps when you're out of town, okay? You got Bumble on your phone? Update that location. We are in Chicago. Yes, I am headed downtown. Who is this? Oh, again, safe, public place. We not going home with nobody. We not going home with nobody because no. You don't know who this person is. So we gotta be safe. Share your location with your girls. But other than that, y'all, I just hope that y'all are seriously putting yourselves out there this summer and having fun, trusting God. If God is telling you, do not date this person, do not do it. Pray about every little move. I'm telling you, it makes the difference. If you have to question why this man is saying and doing the things that he is doing, that is not for you. It should never be hard work when you find your person. And that is the difference that I found in my husband. It was no work. All pleasure. No work. I didn't have to do anything extra, but just be myself and love him properly. That was it. That was it. And vice versa. So, I need to finish my lipstick. Yeah. So I use a lip bar. Baby, I'm a lip bar girl. Yeah. Y'all, they reposted my reel yesterday. I almost cried. Anyway, so I hope this look right. If it look ugly, then it's just gonna be ugly. So, boss lady, y'all see the girl. I usually line my lips with this before I go in with the Mael pink lip bar combo. It's not a combo. Y'all see that? I want to make sure y'all see. This is pretty when it's finished. Ooh. Y'all, what in the world? I just need to get a red lip liner, quit playing. But I like this better. They have the best lipsticks. Now this looks crazy right now. I know. Huh? I know, girl. Woo! Chalet. Mild pink. I love pink. As you can see. Love pink. But green's my favorite color. Let's see. That's so pretty and it's hot. Hot, 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 hot. I love it. So I don't need that much because it's super pigmented, but baby. Ooh. I feel like the fact that I didn't even have to really do the upper lip should say a lot. Now the downside is this gets on my Invisalign real bad. Like I feel like it's trying to get on there now. Okay, yeah. Get into this lip. Get into the lip. Oh. The lip bar knew what they was doing. This top, y'all, it took me so long to put this little thing on. It's a corset. Let me show y'all. Like, subscribe, and I hope to see y'all in the next video.